Hey everyone, if you watched our last video, you now understand the profound meaning of your soul contract. That your birth chart is a map of lessons that you chose before taking birth. But to read that map, you need the legendary key. Today, I'll give you that key. Have you ever wondered what the most important singular point in your birth chart is? It's not your sun sign. It's not your moon sign. It's your ascendant, also known as the Lagna. I'm going to teach you how to find it and how it immediately transforms the 12 spaces in your chart into 12 karmic classrooms that are specific to your soul. Let's unlock your blueprint. And remember, if you have not watched the first video before this about what a soul contract is, why do you come to this earth, what does all this mean, is your birth a random chance, definitely check out the video 0. Link is in the video description. Now let's talk about your ascendant, which is also known as the Lagna in Sanskrit. It's the single most defining factor in your Vedic chart. It is literally your soul's identity for this lifetime. What is it? The ascendant is the zodiac sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the exact moment and location of your birth. Let's talk about why does it matter. So this single point sets the entire tone for your life. It determines your persona, the mask that you wear, your physical body, and your core psychological outlook. Where does it start? It is always the starting point of your chart. It becomes your first house. And it also determines which of the 12 signs or Rashis rules each of your 12 houses. Now let's say if Aries is your Lagna, then Libra is automatically your 7th house, and so on. How do you find it? You must use a free online Vedic astrology calculator to put in your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. You need it precise, exactly when that happened. Now, without that exact precise time, the ascendant cannot be determined accurately, as it changes every few hours. Now, let's talk about the 12 karmic classrooms. So let's understand these houses. They're called houses. Once you know your ascendant, Lagna, you can map your 12 karmic classrooms, also known as houses or bhavas. These houses are the arenas of life where your spiritual lessons and karmic debts play out. They are fixed spaces in the chart. Always read counterclockwise, starting from the ascendant. The spiritual lesson of the houses is balance. The houses, they exist in pairs or axes. They represent the opposing forces that your soul must master. So the first axis is your 1st and 7th house. It's the identity axis. Yourself, your Lagna, 1st house, focuses on who am I, your ego, your body, your health, and sense of self. And your 7th house focuses on who are we, your relationships, your contracts, and how you see yourself reflected in others. It's your karmic mirror. It's the house of your partnership, your spouse, your partners. The spiritual lesson here is that the soul must balance self-interest with cooperation and unconditional love, which is the 7th house. Let's talk about your material axis, which is the 2nd and the 8th. Now, the 2nd house focuses on what I own, your resources, your wealth, your food, your early family, your speech. 8th house, it focuses on the opposite, focuses on what we share what our inheritance is, what the secrets are, what death is, and profound psychological transformation, all is 8th house. The spiritual lesson here is that the soul must balance material security with detachment, with crisis, and shared resources. The 8th house is a major moksha trikona. It's a house of liberation. It dissolves your attachment to the 2nd house. The 3rd is the communication axis, which is number 3, house number 3, and house number 9. The 3rd house is the house of effort and skills. It focuses on what I try, your courage, your short trips, your siblings, your personal talents. 9th house is the house of dharma. It's opposite of the 3rd. It focuses on what I believe, your faith, your guru, your higher learning, your destiny, your luck, your father. The spiritual lesson here is that the soul must balance personal effort and ego with surrender to a higher purpose, a righteousness, dharma, and the guidance of the guru, which is also the 9th house. It fulfills your spiritual debt, which is the debt to the gurus. The next axis is your professional axis, 6th and 12th. The 6th house focuses on what I fight, your job, your daily routine, your debt. You fight your debt, your disease. You fight your disease and enemies, conflict. Now, 12th house is the opposite of the 6th. It's a loss house. It focuses on what I transcend, isolation, expenses, meditation, foreign lands, and ultimate liberation. The spiritual lesson here is the soul must master duty and service, which is the 6th house, before it can achieve ultimate surrender and freedom, which is moksha, in the 12th house. Let's talk about the next axis. It's the 4th and the 10th. 4th house is a house of home, peace. It focuses on what I feel, your inner happiness and mother, your education and your heart, and your family environment. It's also a moksha trikona house. It's opposite the 10th house, which focuses on what I achieve, your public actions, your authority, your career, your reputation, your fame, your status. The spiritual lesson here is that the soul must balance inner emotional peace, which is the 4th house, with public duty and karmic action, which is the 10th house, fulfilling the ancestral debt of duty. Now, connecting houses to spiritual contracts is crucial to understanding this. So to understand the core of our upcoming videos, remember this. The house lord is the planet that's ruling the house. It shows you where that energy is taken. So say if your 9th lord, which is the lord of dharma, is sitting in your 1st house of self, then your righteous duty is directly tied to your identity. The planets sitting in the house show the specific karmic actors influencing that house or that classroom. Saturn here means discipline is required. Jupiter means grace is available. Understanding which sign sits in which house is the crucial first step to personalizing your spiritual roadmap. You now have the key to reading your chart. You can figure out which house is where. And you know which house does what. You know that your ascendant, which is your Lagna, determines your soul's primary mask. And the 12 houses, or classrooms, or bhavas, they are the classrooms where you master your karmic lessons. The more planets in a certain house means more lessons tied to that house. This framework is essential for every video that we do together. Your very next step is to watch video number 2. It's the soul's toolkit. It's decoding the 9 karmic actors. They're also known as the planets, the grahas, and also their spiritual roles. What roles do they play in the houses that they sit? Go master the planets. Click on that video. Go master the planets, and then we can dive into the advanced lessons. There should be a link in this video description. Of course, if you'd like to schedule a consultation with me, you can do so via the link in the About section. And we can deep dive into your own personal chart, and we can talk about all the houses and the planets that way to see what your chart has, what your soul purpose is. And if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, share it with someone, and thank you for watching, and thank yourself for watching. That's all for today.